You've been at the club?
It's fantastic. It's incredible.
Watson, my dear fellow.
Absolutely fantastic.
Oh, what's happened? You look as if you'd seen a ghost.
A ghost? Brandy, that's what I need, brandy. Brandy. Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Who struck you?
Well, you said it yourself. It was a ghost, and without any previous warning at all, he hit me in the eye.
Yeah, wait a minute. Yes, I think you'd better have another.
Well, thank you.
And now I'll begin again. Who struck you?
Upon my words, Holmes, it was a ghost. The ghost.
Huh? Do you have a headache, Watson?
It may seem humorous to you, but I mean, look, let me tell you from the beginning.
Yes, please do, but start right at the beginning.
Right, well, I was on my way back from the club. You see, it was about 8 o'clock. And I got into Spencer Street, and it was just opposite that little tobacconist, you know, makes that
Yes,
big
yes, I know, yes. Go on, Watson. What did you do then?
Well, I saw a man in front of me suddenly clutch his chest.
He was walking towards you?
How do you know?
Well, I mean, you said he staggered and clutched his chest. You must have been...
Yeah, that's logical. Anyway, yes, well, anyway, I rushed up to him to help him, you see, and he's still able to mumble something about he had a heart, and he lived in 19 Hooper Street, and would I help him get there?
There were no other pedestrians?
No, the street was completely deserted.
Good. Go on.
Well, then his landlady let us in, and he was unconscious by that time, so I carried him up to his room, and I laid him out in his bed, and Holmes, he was dead. Now, look here, Holmes, he was absolutely, completely, and utterly dead. I couldn't make a mistake about a thing like that.
No, of course you couldn't, old man. No. Go on, then what happened next?
Well, then I told the landlady rather said to me that she'd called the authorities, you see, and I left my name with her just in case, you know, they'd want me. And then, well, I thought it'd be rather more delicate if I left, you see. I mean, he must have relations.
Yes, it's quite right, Watson. The most delicate situation.
Yeah.
What was the man's name?
Higgins. Albert Higgins.
Uh-huh, I see. And what did you do after you left the house?
Well, you see, it had been a bit of an effort, you know, carrying him up like that, so I got down the stairs and popped across the road into a pub and had a pint. And then I started off back to the flat, you see. Well, I just turned the corner into Spencer Street, and there was
Higgins, Albert Higgins?
Yeah, just face to face with me. There he was, large as life. We stood looking at each other for a minute, then he lashed out and hit me in the eye. And then really, Holmes, he vanished.
Vanished?
Yes, he's into the blue.
Well, he just ran away?
Well, the street was rather ill-lit, you know, and it took me a minute or two to pull myself together. And then I don't know whether he ran away or not, but he vanished.
Well, that's most unusual.
Most.
Did you speak to this ghost?
Well, I may have said, good gracious, Higgins, or by Jove, Higgins, or even good heavens, Higgins.
Oh, yes, perfectly natural, Watson. Describe Higgins to me.
Well, he's 50-ish. Sandy-haired, medium build.
Well, is that all you observed? No characteristics?
Well, now, really, Holmes, when I had the chance of examining him on the bed, the most obvious characteristic was he was dead.
Yes, well, how was he dressed?
Green tweed suit.
What, just wearing a green tweed suit? He must have been wearing something more than that in this weather.
Oh, no, he had a big floppy hat and a long overcoat.
Ah.
Oh, and something else. Yes, I did notice something else. He limped.
Aha. And was he carrying a cane?
No cane.
Well, is there anything else, Watson? Think hard.
Oh, yes, I remember something now.
What?
Yes, the second time I saw him, he was carrying a package. But the first time, he didn't have one.
Now this is curious. Very curious.
Where are you going, Holmes?
Not me. We.
I'm in no condition to leave the house.
And a morsel of raw beef will immeasurably improve your appearance.
And then what?
Then we shall do our best to track down the belligerent ghost of Albert Higgins. Fascinating idea, don't you think?
Well, the whole thing's been most unnerving, you know. I mean, he knocks the wind out of the chap, yes.
Oh, really, no one. He was also a rather flamboyant character by the wide, rakish brim. I see he was an artist, too. He hasn't painted very much recently. Notice the specks of paint underneath the brim here. And not house paint, but canvas oils.
Here, what's this? How are you, Jensen? What are you doing in poor Albert's room?
Oh, good evening, Mrs. Blake. You remember me, Dr. Watson?
You're the bloke who brought poor Albert in.
Yes.
Who's your gentleman friend?
This is Mr. Sherlock Holmes. Mrs. Maggie Blake, the landlady.
Pleased to meet you, I'm sure, Mr. Holmes. Oh, poor old Albert. He was proper fond of life, Albert was. He wouldn't have popped off if he'd had his way.
Oh, few of us would, madam.
I was around to the local having me good-night pint. And grieving for poor old Albert. He would have wanted a proper send-off, with a pint of mild and bitter, Albert would.
No doubt he would, madam.
The body, I see, has been removed by the authorities.
Oh, poor old Albert on a slab. Oh,
dear, dear. Have you notified his next of kin, Mrs. Blake?
no, he had none. He was all alone.
Oh, I see. Where was Mr. Higgins employed, madam?
At the Pembroke Museum, right around the corner in Spender Street. It's a picture museum. Albert was a day watchman.
A day watchman, you say? What were his working hours?
9 in the morning till 9 in the evening. Punctual as a clock, Albert was. Never late a minute. Poor Albert.
He always came back from the museum, then, at a few minutes after 9 every evening.
Aye, to make his supper. He was a proper good cook, Albert was.
Excuse my saying so, madam, but aren't you mistaken? Surely it's a little after 8 when Mr. Higgins finished work? Because it was only a little after 8 when I picked him up this evening and brought him here.
Oh, no, Doctor. It was just after 9. I marked the time because I was waiting for Albert to come back. He had asked me to get him a cut of beef. He always came back just after 9. He'll never eat that beef now. Poor Albert won't. He'll hit you in the eye.
Hmm? Oh, no. I just bumped into a door.
Oh, you shouldn't get familiar with the door, if you know what I mean.
Well, really, madam.
Yes, I think we've found out all we can for the time being, Watson. Thank you, madam. We shan't intrude on your grief any further.
Poor old Albert.
It really is most embarrassing about this eye, Holmes. Did you hear? She inferred. It's a terrible situation. And she's wrong about the time. It was only a little after 8. And it's only a few minutes' walk to Spender Street.
Yes. Time is a curious dimension, Watson. Habit and a preconceived notion can so easily reverse the hands of a clock. And yet the clock is still in perfect working order.
Where are we going?
To view the mortal remains of poor old Albert Higgins.
Well, there he is, Mr. Holmes. Nice and peaceful, I gave.
Poor chap. See anything, Holmes?
Nothing that I haven't already deduced, except that I drew an erroneous conclusion from his hat. He has painted recently, but indoors with his hat off. There are still traces of paint, quite fresh under his fingernails.
What does that mean?
I haven't the faintest idea.
Well, you gents aren't the only ones interested in this dearly departed. Inspector Lestrade of Scotland Yard's looked him over, too.
Oh, indeed.
Oh, he's still here if you'd like to talk to him.
Well, that should be very informative for one or the other, or both of us.
I can't understand it, Holmes. I'm absolutely sure this is the man who punched me. I'm positive.
But also the one who had the heart attack?
Yes, I'm sure of it. One and the same.
Well, he's punched his last punch. Where he probably is, they're punching him. Full of holes with pitchforks.
Yes, well, I think we've seen and heard enough. Would you like to take us to Inspector Lestrade now, please? Ah, hello, Inspector.
Oh, Mr. Holmes, I'm surprised to see you here. Now, this is one case you can't make anything queer out of.
Oh, then why, my dear Inspector Lestrade, are you here?
Well, when they brought him in, somebody recognized him as pound-note Albert Higgins. I come along to check their identification. We like to keep a track of our old pals, you know.
What was he in prison for?
Counterfeiting. He made the best pound note you ever saw. Yes, he was a real artist.
Lestrade, there's no doubt as to the cause of death, is there?
Oh, sorry, Holmes. Heart failure, no foul play. I understand you were with him in his last moments.
Yes, I was with him on the street when he had the attack, and I took him home.
There's nothing you could do, I suppose.
Nothing. He was dead before I had a chance to do anything.
By the way, what time was he brought in?
Oh, let me see now. It would be about, yes, here we are. 9:45. Higgins' landlady notified Constable Smithers at 9:30. Smithers had them remove the body in a matter of minutes.
Inspector, are you sure it was 9:30 and not 8:30?
No, 9:30. It's right here in Smithers' report. Why?
Oh, no, it's nothing at all.
You're quite sure, Lestrade, there's nothing more to this than a simple case of natural causes?
Ah, no, there's no mystery at all. No mystery, Mr. Holmes. Hey, what happened to your eye, Dr. Watson?
Oh, I bumped into a door.
A door? Oh, well, that's a new one anyway. Was it a pretty door?
No, really, Lestrade.
That's all right, Watson. I won't tell a soul.
Well, really, this is insufferable, Holmes. Nobody believes me.
Well, why did you tell them the truth?
What, that I was punched by a ghost?
Yes, I see what you mean. We may have to take on this case anyway, if only to protect your honor and reputation.
Well, it's intolerable, Holmes. Absolutely intolerable.
Evening, Watson. Anything wrong?
No, nothing. Of course not, everything.
Oh, you're sure you're not brooding over last night's affair, are you?
Of course I'm not. Don't be so ridiculous.
Oh, come on, out with it, man.
Well, No, there's nothing to come out with. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, come on, Watson, there's something on your mind.
Well, Gosh, you'd never believe it. Nobody'd believe it.
Well?
Well, I met Albert Higgins in Spender Street again, tonight.
And he punched you again?
He pulled my nose!
Really? Very, very interesting, Watson. My dear Watson, calm yourself.
Look here, Holmes, this whole Higgins affair's gone too far. First of all, last night and now tonight.
Calm yourself, Watson, and relate. Everything hangs on this second encounter.
Well, it occurred just as it had last night. I was on my way back from the club, and I'd reached Spender Street. It was a few minutes ago, as a matter of fact, just after 9 o'clock. I'd stayed rather later in the club than usual. There was a chap from Afghanistan. They was awfully interesting.
Yes, Watson. Get on with your story.
Well, I was rather preoccupied, as you know. This affair's cut me up, rather, and although I may not show it. Anyway, I was walking along. I suddenly looked up, and there was the pedestrian, a man a few feet from me.
Walking towards you?
Oh, yes. Of course, I didn't recognize him straight away for, you-know-who. Anyway, I sidestepped him past, and he sidestepped to let me pass, and then we sort of zigzagged about a bit, you know what it is in the street, and ended up by bumping into each other.
Now, that's when you recognized Albert Higgins?
But it was Higgins. I couldn't be mistaken. Good heavens, man, I know him like my own brother.
Dressed as he was last night?
Exactly.
And what did he do then?
Well, as I told you, then he put out his hand, and he... Well, yes, we'll go into that. And then he was gone, vanished.
Capital, Watson, capital. Everything begins to fall into place. Now, there's one more question. Was he carrying a package?
Well, yes, he was, just like last time. I say, Holmes, do you believe,
What?
Supernatural?
Ghosts, do you mean?
Sounds silly, I know, but, Higgins did die of a heart attack. There was no foul play.
No foul play? Why, the whole affair reeks of foul play. I can tell you, Watson, I haven't been idle today. Do you know that the Pembroke Museum is showing a collection of paintings on loan from the Italian government, and that included amongst those paintings is Leonardo da Vinci's Moonlight Madonna?
Well, I did read something about it in the paper. What's that got to do with Albert Higgins?
Well, we must now pay a visit to the good inspector and inform him that if the ghost of Albert Higgins hadn't struck you in the eye...
And pulled my nose.
And pulled your nose, I would never have suspected the Moonlight Madonna would be stolen from the museum.
What?
Well, it's quite obvious, isn't it?
Well, of course.
I see. Oh, thank you. Well, we'll soon know, Mr. Holmes. But if the picture's still hanging in its place, and we've dragged the curator out of bed to check on it, well, false alarms like this don't exactly help the yard's reputation, you know.
And what about my reputation, Inspector? When I say a man died a little after 8, he died a little after 8 and not a little after 9. And when I say these ghosts punched me in the eye half an hour later, hang it, he punched me in the eye.
Oh, we all have our off days, Dr. Watson. To err is human, as the poets say.
And furthermore, if I tell you that I bumped into this chap's ghost again tonight...
You didn't tell me about any second meeting.
Oh, didn't I? Well, nothing.
An hallucination, that's what you had, Dr. Watson. Yes, it's, psychological. That's the thing in crime today, psychology. I've been studying it, you know.
You astonish me, Inspector.
Oh, we're not as backwards as you think, Holmes. No, we like to keep abreast of the times. Though I don't mind admitting I don't think the psychology's got much of a future. Oh, come in. Ah, Hawkins, you saw the curator?
Oh, yes, sir. I called on Mr. Bentham as you instructed, sir. He was quite excited when I told him this picture called the Moonlight Madonna had been stolen.
And
so we rushed around the corner to the museum.
And?
Well, sir, the picture was there, hanging in its proper place. Good night, sir.
Well, there you are, Holmes. As I said to Dr. Watson, to err is human. Can I give you gentlemen a lift anywhere?
Thank you, Inspector. Oh, I think it might be a good idea if we called at the Pembroke Museum on our way.
But you heard what Hawkins said. The picture was hanging in its proper place.
My dear Lestrade, Hawkins' statement merely proves that what he and the curator saw was not the Moonlight Madonna at all. Merely an excellent forgery.
What's he talking about?
Art, ghosts, my black eye, and psychology.
Remarkable. Only a microscopic examination of the brushstroke shows it any different from Da Vinci's work.
Of course, if you still have any doubts, a chemical analysis of the paint mixtures will prove them to be of modern manufacture.
No. You've quite convinced me, Mr. Holmes. An analysis is necessary. Dear me, this is catastrophic.
A rather delicate situation, eh?
Delicate? The Italian government will hold the British government responsible. But the painting is an Italian national treasure, and the theft could easily affect a pending treaty between the two nations. Mr. Holmes, you must find the original before the Italians learn the painting's been stolen. The British government will hold me responsible.
And the yard will hold me responsible.
The most priceless of the lot, too.
Yes, naturally.
Well, we know who stole the painting and substituted a forgery, Higgins. All we've got to do now is find out where he hid it.
What time did you leave the museum, Mr. Benson?
A few minutes before 9. Higgins was still on duty.
You're quite sure it was Higgins?
I'm certain, Mr. Holmes. I chatted with him for a few moments, and I couldn't have mistaken his voice.
And the night watchman relieved him at 9. Well, you heard him say that, Mr. Holmes, and that he had a package with him when he left. The night watchman swears uphill and down dale it was Higgins, all right.
Well, the matter seems to resolve itself very nicely, doesn't it? Dr. Watson was punched by Higgins a few minutes after 9. The night watchman saw him leave at 9. And you spoke to him a few minutes before 9.
Look, Holmes, why don't you and Dr. Watson go home and have a good night's rest? From now on, it's nothing but plain, ordinary, simple police work. Nothing you could use a magnifying glass on.
True. True, Inspector. Well, good evening, gentlemen.
Yes, well, good night, gentlemen.
Terrible, Inspector. Terrible. What do we do now?
Interesting affair, eh, Watson?
Look, I don't care what anybody says. It was after 8 when Higgins punched me.
Well, has it occurred to you that if Higgins didn't punch you, who had the heart attack?
Well, now look here, Holmes, Oh, confound it, for all I know, it was Higgins who punched me and his ghost had the heart attack.
Come on, Watson.
We might have the common decency to tell me what we're breaking into.
Shh, whisper.
Well, I am whispering. Look here, we broke into the rear of the museum because if so, Holmes, really I don't know what's going to happen to us.
Here, hold this.
What? Oh. Holmes, this is sheer vandalism.
Yes, well, then there must be a bit of a vandal in us all.
Holmes, what are you doing? This is wanton destruction. I've never seen anything like this in my life. I forbid you to. I didn't know this side to your character, Holmes. I'm shocked.
Ah, just as I thought. Look, Watson.
Good heavens, the Moonlight Madonna.
Yes, ingenious, isn't it? And yet, what could be simpler than to attach it to the back of an old mother painting?
How on earth did you work that out?
Well, I just asked myself where I would hide a stolen canvas.
Holmes, have you gone mad?
No. We're just to wait events. I don't think we should have to wait very long.
Holmes? Dr. Watson? What's the meaning of this?
Watson, I believe you've already met Mr. Bentham in his capacity as curator of the Pembroke Museum. Allow me to present him to you now as the picture thief.
Charmed, Dr. Watson.
Oh, delighted. What is this?
So you discovered my little hiding place, Mr. Holmes. I'm curious. How did you know it was I and not the late lamented Higgins?
Yes, I believe Dr. Watson's story from the first. If Higgins died at a little after 8, it must have been someone else who struck him a little after 9.
But it was Higgins who punched me home.
No, Watson. It was a limp, a wide, floppy hat, and an exceedingly long overcoat that punched you. Seen in a dimly lit street. A psychological misidentification, as the good inspector would call it. The night watchman was also a victim of the same illusion.
And what about the landlady?
How much did you have to pay her to set back the time of death by an hour, Mr. Bentham?
Oh, not much, Mr. Holmes. How did you know it was me?
Dr. Watson and the night watchman both identified the 9 o'clock Higgins visually at a distance. Only you pretended to have spoken to him. This meant that either you were lying or Dr. Watson was punched in the eye by a ghost. I believe the simple explanation.
You almost make me feel transparent, Mr. Holmes.
To anyone who viewed the facts objectively, you were.
It's a pity that one crime has to lead to another.
Yes, and I think it's a great pity, Holmes, that you broke that vase.
Oh, yes. But it's only an imitation.
Nonsense, you can't tell me that sort of work like this is an imitation. Perhaps the pieces can be...
Well done, Watson, well done.
You know, Holmes, you don't have to invite him here to catch us. You put us in rather an awkward position.
Oh, my dear fellow, I have sublime confidence in your ability to extricate us from any predicament in which my rashness may place us. Might I suggest that you now fetch the good inspector?
Yeah, here you are.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I say, Holmes, Bentham punched me in the eye. Who was it tweaked my nose?
Well, my dear old chap, it was absolutely imperative that I make certain that the limp, the hat, and the coat were really capable of fooling you.
You?
Yes, I regret to say I not only tweaked your nose, but I also pulled your leg.
Oh! Why? Dr. John Watson. I shared a flat at 221B Baker Street with a young man named Sherlock Holmes. This would normally be a simple statement of simple fact, but I had learned in the first few weeks of our association that the normal process of returning home was in itself an adventure. I never knew what to expect. I seldom expected what I found. I had decided to spend a quiet evening at home, and I was determined not to become involved in any new scheme that Holmes would invent.
Sulfate gas. Oh? Do you remember the Dietrich case, when the defense tried to prove that no one could produce the deadly poison without a trained chemist?
No.
Well, I'm going to try it now. With kitchen utensils and a secondary school chemistry book. I knew it could be done. There it is, Watson. Brilliant.
Now you've gone too far.
That woman was guilty as a vulture. Clever, too.
Holmes, I wish you wouldn't forget that we've got to live in these rooms.
Can't imagine why the prosecution didn't think of this.
The gentleman arrived here in a hansom. Appears to be coming up here.
What else did you notice about our visitor?
Why, no, I say about 30-ish, conservatively dressed, a man of modest means. What do you think, Holmes?
I don't know. I didn't see him. You did.
Oh, yes. Yes, of course. Oh, excuse me. Morning, do come in, will you?
Good morning. Is this Sherlock Holmes' flat?
Yes, indeed. Oh, sulfate gas.
Oh.
Mr. Holmes has been experimenting. That's Mr. Holmes.
How do you do, Mr. Holmes?
How do you do?
I must apologize for calling upon you without an appointment, Mr. Holmes, but it is urgent.
May I present my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson?
How do you do?
How do you do? Now then, Mr. Winthrop. Mr. Harvey Winthrop, isn't it?
Have we met before, sir?
No, but you mustn't underestimate your reputation. Won't you come in? And sit down.
Thank you.
Over there.
I had heard your powers of observation were remarkable, Mr. Holmes. Perhaps you also know the purpose of my visit.
I can only say it's a personal matter.
How do you know?
It is always a personal matter when one consults me rather than the police.
Of course. But my reason to see you actually concerns my elder brother, John. It is he who controls the family wealth. In the event of his death, I would be sole heir.
Does his death seem imminent?
Well, his life has been threatened.
In what way?
I noticed you didn't ask by whom.
You took pains to point out that only you would benefit by your brother's death. If you knew who made the threat, you wouldn't be so concerned with your own innocence.
You're right. I do not know who's making these threats. Actually, I don't even know if it is a who.
I beg your pardon, sir?
Well, it is possibly a what, Dr. Watson. In this case, the heritage of every old family. The family legend.
What is the Winthrop legend?
Every member of the family, destined for a violent death, finds about his person silver coins.
Silver coins? Oh, you mean like those silver coins the pirates use, called pieces of 8?
Exactly, Dr. Watson. Pieces of 8 as a warning, and at the time of death, a gold doubloon.
Have these coins any special significance?
30 years ago, my father was killed by a fall down the stairs in the main hall of Winthrop Manor. A gold doubloon was found under his body.
Was he actually seen to fall downstairs?
No. The manor was closed and has remained so ever since.
I assume your brother has discovered several silver coins?
Each day for the past 7 days.
I see. What has been his reaction?
He has decided for the first time in 30 years to reopen Winthrop Manor.
In defiance of the legend?
Exactly. We are going to be there this weekend.
Who is we?
My brother, my fiancée, and myself. And I would like you two, Mr. Holmes and Dr. Watson, to be there as well.
Well, that's very good of you, sir.
Do you have any other evidence to substantiate your belief?
I was very young in those days, but I can still remember the sight of my father's body at the bottom of those stairs.
Dr. Watson and I will arrive at Winthrop Manor this Friday night.
Oh, thank you very much. If there's anything I can do until then, or if there's any question you want to ask me before, please don't hesitate to call upon me at any time.
We'll do that.
Thank you. Again, thank you, gentlemen.
Not at all. Good day to you, sir. Good day. Well, Holmes, what do you think?
I think it's amazing the extent to which people will go to obscure the simple facts of murder or threatened murder.
You believe in the legend?
Nonsense.
Well, but after all, Holmes, you said yourself that these things very often have a basis of fact.
The odor lingers. There was no mention of that in the Dietrich's case.
I'm a man of science myself, Holmes, you know that. And yet there are things that happen every day for which they have no logical explanation.
How would Mrs. Dietrich's have removed the odor?
Of course, it could work equally well both ways. Winthrop himself admitted that in the event of his brother's death, he was the heir to the estate. His visit here might have been a blind.
The solution of a murder, Watson, is infinitely easier than the prevention. We have committed ourselves to a weekend in a drafty manor house that has been closed for 30 years. We will watch and we will wait. And in time, we will apprehend the persons or ghosts, who will commit the murder of the Winthrop legend.
Mr. Watson, please come in.
Thank you.
The thunder was making so much noise, I wasn't certain I heard you knock.
Yes, I think we got here just in time.
Yes, we were worried that you were caught in the storm. I'm Mrs. John Winthrop.
How do you do? I'm Dr. Watson. This is Sherlock Holmes.
How do you do?
I'm very pleased to meet you. You can leave your things here and go into the sitting room. We've managed to get it comfortably warm. I'll have your luggage brought up to your rooms. You'll have to excuse the inconveniences of the house. My husband's decision to spend the weekend here was rather sudden. And I'm afraid we're understaffed.
Please don't concern yourself with us, Mrs. Winthrop. I'm sure we'll be very comfortable.
Oh, there you are. I'm glad you made it before the storm. I see you've already met my sister-in-law.
Yes, we have.
How do you do?
Oh, Harvey, perhaps you can show Dr. Watson and Mr. Holmes to their rooms.
Yes, you probably want to freshen up.
Good evening, gentlemen.
This is my brother, John Winthrop. Dr. Watson.
How do you do?
How do you do? How do you do?
How do you do, sir?
I hope you'll be comfortable. Or as comfortable as possible in a house that's been closed for 30 years. I feel I should apologize.
Not at all, sir. I'm sure everything will be fine.
I hope so. Come down to the sitting room when you're ready. It's a bit more cheerful there.
Let me show you to your rooms, gentlemen.
Come along, my dear. You didn't mention your brother was married.
Didn't I? I thought I had.
Then surely she would be the heir to the estate if anything should happen to your brother.
No, the estate upon his death goes to the next male member of the family.
Oh, I see.
How did Mrs. Winthrop lose her sight?
It was a riding accident, shortly after they were married. My sister-in-law is a remarkable woman, Mr. Holmes. She took to her new way of living with cheerfulness and thoroughness.
Yes, it's always encouraging to hear of such cases. And it reflects great credit on those surrounding the patient.
Oh, Peg, I want you to meet...
Dr. Watson. And you must be Sherlock Holmes. Harvey has told me so much about you.
Gentlemen, my fiancée, Miss Margaret Hall.
How do you do?
How do you do, Miss Hall?
John and Alice are in the drawing room, darling. We'll be down shortly.
All right, darling. I think we're going to have a wonderful weekend, in spite of this old house. Don't keep yourselves from us too long, gentlemen.
You're a very lucky man, Mr. Winthrop. She's a lovely girl.
As a matter of fact, you know, there's some very good hunting country around here. Do you go in for that sort of thing, Mr. Holmes?
On occasion, sir. Not very often, thank you.
My wife thinks I'm a bit reckless. She worries about my neck. A glass, my dear.
Thank you.
That appears to be a preoccupation with more than one member of your family, sir.
You mean my brother, too? And the reason for your being here? Nonsense.
I said the same thing.
And you agree with me? You, too, think it's a lot of rubbish?
I don't think we're referring to the same thing, sir.
I'm talking about the legend, of course.
Ah, I see.
May I ask, sir, what precautions you've taken against it?
What would one do? How does one fight a myth? Well, what's your opinion, Mr. Holmes? Should I take this matter seriously?
You are obviously taking it seriously by defying it. By coming down here to prove that it doesn't exist.
Jove, I hadn't thought of it like that. You're dead right, of course. But let me put it like this. Do you really believe the legend is dangerous?
You are obviously overlooking the second conclusion, sir. If the legend is real and beyond our understanding, then your life may be being threatened by the supernatural. If we rule that out, then the threat has a very realistic source. In either case, the threat remains.
I hadn't thought of it that way.
But there are just the 6 of us here, Mr. Holmes. Surely if there is danger for John, it couldn't come from any of us.
There are just the 6 of us now, Miss Hall. But now there are 7.
John, what is it?
Nothing, my dear, nothing at all. I think we'd better go into dinner.
Excellent idea.
I don't like it, Holmes.
Neither do I, Watson. Neither do I. Come in, Watson. Oh, don't be alarmed, old chap. I don't think this contraption has been fired for centuries.
You could hardly expect me to know that from here, Holmes.
Seems it's working after all.
I wanted to talk to you about that dinner we just had.
Oh, yes. Excellent, Doc. Don't you agree?
Well, it was better than the conversation, or lack of conversation, I grant you.
Well, quite natural under the circumstances. Everyone's suspecting things they'd rather not say.
What do you make of it, Holmes?
Did you realize that young Harvey Winthrop was in love with Alice before she married his brother?
Holmes, you're fantastic. How did you determine that?
He told me.
Oh.
Oh, have you got a match, Watson?
Yes, I think I should have. Holmes, look.
Yes, I know. I slipped it in your pocket during dinner.
You what?
I just wanted to see how easy it was to plant those things on someone else.
Well, really, Holmes, for all you know, I might...
He's dead. Neck broken.
A gold doubloon.
What happened? Oh, someone tell me. What's happened?
now, we return to the case of the Winthrop legend. Had quite a time getting back here. The roads are turning bad.
Harvey Winthrop.
Good evening, sir. Could you get everybody together and see if we can try and get this thing sorted out? Where's the body?
Over there.
Broken neck. Died instantly.
I say, you up there?
Oh, good evening, Constable. That is Mr. Holmes. I've spoken to you about him.
Oh, yes. Good evening to you, Mr. Holmes. Glad to have you on this case.
His wife.
Been a terrible shock for her.
Oh, Mr. Holmes, I'd like to discuss this case with you. I've got several theories. Dr. Watson was telling me coming down in the carriage.
I think it would be better if she retired for a while. These will help.
Thank you, Doctor.
Dr. Watson summarized the legend for me on the way down, but quite frankly, Mr. Holmes, I would say we're opposed to a devilish mind here.
Holmes, really? I don't know. What on earth do you think you're doing?
A button. At the very least, Observe, Watson, I've almost torn a button loose.
Oh, so I should think after all those acrobatics. Are you going to sit like that all evening?
And yet the late Mr. John Winthrop fell down a long flight of exceptionally sharp stone stairs without damaging his clothing.
What's that? I'd better check.
Yes, I think you had.
He may not have torn a button, but he suffered some very severe damage to his neck, I'd like to remind you.
An indisputable fact, my dear Watson.
Well, what are you getting at, Holmes?
That's right. Now we're getting somewhere. Come on, Watson, let's examine the situation more thoroughly. The killing blow was struck at the back of the neck, is that right?
It was. He must have struck the edge of the stairs. He fell.
Stone, edges quite sharp. Wouldn't the wound be deeper, more pronounced, Watson? Would you re-examine the injuries like a good fellow?
Well, the skin's broken, but not unusually so. Still, it's difficult to know the position of the body when he fell.
I agree with Mr. Holmes.
Winthrop and the blind woman were at the top of the stairs when he fell.
And in a position to have pushed him down.
Right.
You then imply that Miss Hall, being downstairs all the time, may be ruled out as a suspect.
Well, I should take that as a prima facie proof of her innocence.
Do you really think so, Watson?
What's that?
Who are you accusing, Mr. Holmes?
Your fiancé.
Holmes?
You're insane. Not at all, I assure you. Your brother didn't fall down these stairs. He was killed, struck by a blow from behind, very probably in this room. His body was then placed at the foot of the stairs, and the legend having been carefully reawakened, and the manner in which your father met his death, and the gold doubloon, all led you to the obvious conclusion.
She couldn't have done it.
I assure you she could.
But Holmes, she had no motive. The estate now passes to Harvey Winthrop.
Well, yes, I'm the only one who had a motive.
I would say you and the lady you are going to marry.
Are you going to report her to the police?
Less than useless, I'm afraid. No court in this world would ever convict her on the evidence we have.
Well, assuming you're right, and mind you, to me it's only an assumption, there's nothing we can do.
Yes, there is. We can at least remove the assumption. Come with me, gentlemen, into the drawing room.
Constable, I didn't know you were there.
Just looking around, routine, you know, miss.
Of course. Did you want to see me?
Not especially, miss. A few more things to check up on.
The rest lies completely in your hands.
Alice is resting now. Not sleeping, but... Oh, this whole thing is horrible.
If you'll forgive us, Dr. Watson has a medical certificate to fill out.
Yes, I should attend to that.
Oh, Mr. Holmes. At your service, my good constable.
That Holmes. What a peculiar man.
What? Oh, Holmes, yes, he is, isn't he? Peg,
Yes?
Well, this is difficult to say.
What is, darling?
In light of what's happened, I think it's best we break off our engagement.
Break off? But why?
Well, there's certain to be a mess in the papers about all this.
Oh, you needn't worry about me, darling.
Well, actually, it's Alice I'm thinking of.
Alice?
Yes, she'll be so terribly alone now. In a way, I feel responsible for her.
You love her. You've always loved her. And now that your brother's dead, you...
You mustn't think that. There's something else.
What else? Why this sudden protective fatherly interest?
10 years ago, Alice and I went riding across the moors. I started a race. Her horse broke away from her and she couldn't stop him. He took a high fence and fell.
And Alice became blind. But you can't live with that for the rest of your life. It was an accident. It was unfortunate, but it shouldn't influence our relationship now.
I'm afraid it does. To me.
John dies and you take Alice. That's funny. That's really ironic.
Ironic? What makes you see ironic in such a situation?
I don't know. I just meant nothing. Just an expression.
Very interesting choice of words, I might add. Alas, I must confess we were eavesdropping. Is there anything you'd like to confess, Miss Hall?
What does this mean?
You spoke of irony. Such a choice word. You didn't kill John Winthrop so that Harvey could share the family fortune with Alice. You'd have seen to that in time.
You're insane. I couldn't have pushed John down the stairs. I was at the bottom myself.
Where you were in a perfect position to strike him with this. And then, very thoughtfully, placed the end in the fire to remove any evidence of the blow.
No court in the world would convict me on evidence like that.
You're quite right, Miss Hall. But you know the facts. And we know the facts.
But surely, Holmes, something can be done.
I don't think so, Watson. The young lady used her wits, and an ancient legend. And a murderess walks free.
It's a gold doubloon.
And she said no court in the world would ever convict her.
minutes till showtime. Why not add to your enjoyment with a delicious confection and drink at our attractive refreshment stand? Minutes till showtime. Tempt your taste with the wide variety of mouth-watering snacks available at popular prices at our refreshment stand. Minute till showtime. Satisfy yourself with a thirst-quenching drink. Your favorite beverage awaits you at our refreshment stand. The show is about to start, folks, but the refreshment stand will remain open for your pleasure.
you in half for a thing like that.
Talking about? Let go of me!
Here's what I'm talking about. This chicken claw with a ribbon around it, which you hung over my table.
You're crazy. Why would I ever want to do a thing like that for? Let go of me!
Don't lie to me. You did it while I was singing.
Let go of me, I tell you. You're hurting me.
I'll do more than that if you don't tell the truth. Spit it up! All right. Maybe I need some air. That's right, maybe I need some air.
Joko Faraday.
Yeah?
Holmes, see who that is, will you? I'm in the tub. Holmes! Holmes, are you there? Oh, confound that fellow. He might at least say when he's going out. Just a minute, I'll be right with you.
Hey, how are you, Doctor? Gang over here in a minute. You better get the instruments ready.
Instruments? What are you talking?
Yes, the surgicals, the forceps and all that lark. Poor old squirrel got a bullet in the arm.
What? In the arm? Squirrel?
Yes, you know, squirrel. Mousy-looking fellow with a long sight. Huh? What was with us in Liverpool when we did that strafe in that pickle factory?
Squirrel? Pickle factory? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you trying to squeeze out of the gang, Doc, because if you are, you're going to be knocked off just like that.
Now, you look here. I'll give you till I count 3 to get out of that door. I'll throw you and your squirrel into the street.
Now, listen, Doc. Is this 221B Baker Street or ain't it?
Yes.
And are you Doc Watson or ain't you?
Yes.
And you're the bloke. All right, you asked for it. I'm off it, Doc. There's probably the rest of the gang.
Come in.
Arrest that man.
Rather an effective disguise, eh, Watson?
Holmes, this time you have finally gone too far. I shall go straight out now and find another flat.
Watson, have you forgotten something?
Very well. But when I return, it's goodbye.
I've never seen him in such a temper.
Oh, he'll get over it. Won't you sit down, Inspector Lestrade?
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, is there anything unusual on hand?
No. No, nothing in particular.
I see.
No, crime is on the wane in London.
Yes, I suppose it is.
Well, I suppose you have read about the killing outside a riverside pub. The victim's name was Jocko Faraday.
Oh, yes, I remember. There were some strange circumstances connected with his death.
Yeah, strange indeed. A chicken claw, to be exact. Of course, I never dreamed for a moment we'd end up discussing this case, but, well, it just so happens that, well, I have it here with me.
Ah.
Yeah, shall I take a look?
Oh, thank you. Is this the first time that a chicken claw has appeared in connection with the death?
No, the second.
What was the first victim's name?
Shackle. Howard Shackle.
Was there any connection between him and Faraday?
Not as far as I could trace. Now, Shackle was in textiles up in Manchester. Oh, very respectable. Faraday was the first mate aboard a cargo ship called the, Gloria North.
Yet they both seem to have Trinidad in common.
What?
Trinidad.
Only a person who had lived some time in Trinidad would understand such a warning.
What warning?
The chicken's claw, of course. In certain areas of Trinidad, a chicken's claw bound with a black ribbon is a death warning.
Holmes, are you sure?
Holmes? I've decided to give you one more chance.
Oh, good. Then perhaps you'll come with us as soon as I've got out of this and had a wash. There.
Oh, for my days in Afghanistan. Ambushes, poisons, spears, blood-curdling screams. Peace. It was wonderful.
I had just returned to my office after making a tour of the wards. I reached into the top drawer of my desk for a prescription slip. And there it was. I must admit it gave me quite a start. Of course, I notified Superintendent Pitt immediately.
And I notified you, of course.
Yes, an understandable reaction for anybody who's ever lived in, Trinidad.
Trinidad?
Yes, Scotland Yard reputation for deduction isn't entirely groundless, you know.
But I've never lived in Trinidad.
You haven't? Well, how did you know the claw was a death warning?
Then it is. I told you it was.
Dr. Jonas, you must have known that, or you wouldn't have reacted as you did.
It was my decision to call the police.
But I knew about the chicken claw. I had read about the Faraday killing in the morning paper. And when the same symbol showed up here on my desk, it actually gave me quite a jolt. But why did you think I had been in Trinidad?
Dr. Jonas, did you ever by any chance meet a man called Howard Shackle?
No, never. At least not that I can recall.
And Faraday, had you ever heard of him?
Not before I had read this morning's paper.
Then you've never traveled in a ship called the Gloria North?
Well, despite the fact that I'm employed here at the Marine Hospital, I've had actually very little experience at sea. To tell the truth, I've never even been on a cargo boat of any kind.
I see.
This whole thing seems to me like a practical joke. A bad one, I admit. But it doesn't make sense otherwise.
Either that or a maniac.
Why should anybody want to kill me?
I've got to get back to headquarters, Doctor, but I've assigned you a 24-hour guard. Unless you've got any more wild theories, Holmes, I think we're going to leave the doctor to get on with his work.
Don't jump to conclusions, Inspector. The chicken claw may still have something to do with Trinidad.
I suggest you don't leave your office until my men are posted outside, Doctor. Of course, he won't try anything in a crowded hospital, but I'd rather not take any chances.
No, neither would I, Inspector. Thank you very much. Good day, sir.
Good day.
If you'll excuse me, Inspector, I'd better return to my office. If you should want me for any reason, please don't hesitate to call on me.
I'll do that. Thank you very much for your cooperation, Mr. Pitt. Good day.
Gentlemen.
Good day.
Chicken claws. This thing doesn't make sense.
I believe Superintendent Pitt was right. This is the work of a maniac.
I said that.
Yes, you said that.
Trinidad.
Trinidad. Why not Istanbul?
In Istanbul, they don't use the claw of a chicken. They use the ear of a pig.
Chickens. Pigs. I'm going back to headquarters. I'll see you later if you're still here.
You still think this has something to do with superstition in Trinidad?
Well, then we must find the link, Watson. There is always a link in histories of all murdered men. One bond which ties them all together.
Dr. Jonas? Yes. What can I do for you? Do you have an appointment?
Yes. In a way, I have.
I'm sorry, I didn't seem to find one.
No, you won't find it there, Doctor. This appointment was made a long time ago.
I beg your pardon?
5 years ago.
5 years ago? What are you trying to...
On board a ship, Dr. Jonas. The Gloria North. 5 years ago. Remember? Who are you? My name won't mean anything to you, Doctor.
What do you want?
I'm going to kill you. You must remember, Doctor, the last voyage you took on the Gloria North. The last voyage so many people took on that ship.
But it's not true. I don't know who you are, but I had nothing whatever to do with it. I was only the ship's doctor. I didn't issue the orders. I didn't even know about it until it was too late.
And you didn't do anything about it.
But what could I do?
You could have tried to stop it. You could have reported it. You could have done so much you didn't do, Doctor.
It's not true. It's not true. You've got to listen to me. You've got to listen to me. I swear to you, you've got to listen to me.
Up your sleeve.
What a graphic expression. What does it mean?
You know exactly what it means. You're up to something.
Well, yes, you might put it that way.
And why didn't you let Inspector Lestrade in on it?
Well, I want to do a little investigation on my own first, and the good inspector mightn't approve of my methods.
I'm not sure that I shall either. If you think I'm going to become an accomplice in Now what are you doing?
We're going in.
Well, what were we going to do?
I'll show you when we get inside. And this is our records and personnel office. Here we keep all the records of all our employees. They're strictly confidential, of course, and may only be seen by... What's the meaning of this? Why, this paper basket is half full of... What's your name? Never mind. Take it outside and empty it. This is a hospital, not a college for the development of backward bacteria. And don't argue, and fetch a pail of water, and clean out the ink stains all over this floor. It's perfectly disgusting. What did you say your name was? No, don't tell me. I may remember it and dismiss you. Now, hurry up, quickly. Go on, go on.
Yes, sir.
Holmes, what do you think you're doing? What on earth?
Well, that's the quickest way of getting rid of her. I want to have a look at the records of Dr. Jonas.
Now, why do you want to have a look at the records of Dr. Jonas?
Trinidad.
Oh, we're back on Trinidad, eh?
Yes, I'm always in Trinidad. Wait a minute, Trinidad is the link. Now you must find the bond.
But Dr. Jonas told us he'd never lived in Trinidad.
He also told us he never sailed aboard the Gloria North. If he lied about that, he could also lie about Trinidad.
But you say he lied. How do you know he lied?
Did you notice that he had a tattoo on the back of his hand?
No.
He had tried to eradicate it. But there was still the faint trace of an anchor with the initials GN, Gloria North. I believe that it's a fair assumption to assume that he sailed aboard the Gloria North with Mr. Faraday.
Well, now, that's sheer presumption, Holmes. GN could stand for some lady's name, Gertrude Nelson, or...
Here it is. I thought so. He was a ship's doctor for 5 years. And here's a letter of recommendation from the ship's chief officer, Howard Shackle.
Good heavens, and they were all members of the same crew.
Yes, Watson. Come on, quickly.
Where are we going?
Have another chat with Dr. Jones.
Holmes! Just like the others. Victim number 3.
That leaves one more to go.
What do you mean?
An able-bodied seaman. The ship's chief petty officer. The ship's doctor. And one more remains.
Who?
The captain, of course. The captain.
Is Superintendent Pitt at home?
I'm terribly sorry, but I'm afraid Mr. Pitt isn't in at the moment. I was waiting for him myself.
Well, just tell him that Sherlock Holmes called.
Mr. Sherlock Holmes?
Yes, that's right.
I've heard a great deal about you, Mr. Holmes.
Really?
I've read a great deal about you in the newspapers, about your work with Scotland Yard. Rather, of course, it's been read to me. I should very much like to talk to you, Mr. Holmes. Well, if you have the time, of course.
Oh, yes, I have the time.
Won't you come in?
Thank you.
I was just helping myself to a drink. Perhaps you'd care to join me.
Yes, I should like to.
Whiskey?
Well, have you a brandy?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Tell me, Mr. Vickers, do you often stay here with Mr. Pitt?
No, not very often. May I ask why you wanted to see the captain? Or would that mean divulging some very important secret of Scotland Yard?
No, I don't believe it's a secret at all. I merely happen to believe that Captain Pitt will be the next victim of the mad killer who is at present terrorizing all London.
Captain Pitt?
Yes.
Why? What possible connection could there be between Captain Pitt and such a murderer, and such a maniac?
Do you believe that the killer could be such a maniac?
Well, what else could he be?
He might be seeking revenge.
Revenge for what?
For something that happened in the Gloria North.
Gloria North?
Yes. It's a ship, a cargo vessel. And every man that has been killed to date was once a member of the crew of the Gloria North on that fateful voyage 5 years ago.
Amazing, Mr. Holmes. How did you learn this?
Oh, it's very simple, really, Mr. Vickers. I happened to look it up in the records at Lloyd's shipping office.
I see. Why do you believe that Captain Pitt should be the next victim?
It's very simple again. It's because Captain Pitt is the one surviving member of the crew at present living in London.
It's an extraordinary theory, Mr. Holmes. And have you any idea who this killer is?
Yes.
Who?
May I help myself to another brandy?
Yes, of course. Yes, let me get it for you.
Thank you.
You said you believe you know who the murderer is.
Oh, thank you. Well, it's only a little theory of mine, but I believe I do.
And do you know the motive for murder?
You know, it's remarkable, Mr. Vickers, how well you managed to find your way about, for one who is blind.
I beg your pardon?
I mean, find your way about this room, Mr. Vickers.
Oh, yes. But it wasn't very easy for me at first. I have come to know this apartment very well. Well, not that I come here too often, but I have an excellent memory for such things. I have in my mind a picture of this room as clear as you have now.
I see. And what if the position of the furniture should be changed about?
Without my cane, I should be quite helpless. You were saying you had an idea who this killer is?
Yes. Picture, if you will, a man who lived in Trinidad. Emotional enough to murder, strong enough to use a knife, and able to use it with accuracy and dispatch.
Do you hope to find a man who fits such a description, Mr. Holmes?
I have, Mr. Vickers.
Really? Who? Who fits such a description, Mr. Holmes?
You're not blind, you know.
I beg your pardon?
When you went to fetch my drink just now, I moved from there to here, and you noticed it.
Oh, because you spoke.
You spoke first. Where did you hide the body, Mr. Vickers? In that cupboard over there?
Go!
Yes?
You must listen to me. Captain Pitt and the crew of the Gloria North were not primarily concerned with the cargo, or the cargo as we usually think of it. They were smuggling natives from Trinidad into England. I was married to a native, Mr. Holmes. Beautiful woman. And we had a beautiful child. Pitt came to me and offered to take them to England. Price was £100, the ship the Gloria North. He guaranteed their safe arrival. We concluded the transaction. I paid the money. At 5 miles from Southampton, the Gloria North was approached by a patrol boat. Pitt became frightened. The natives were dragged overboard in chains. They were drowned. All the natives. And my wife. And my child. Swore then that I would take my revenge. It has taken me 5 years, Mr. Holmes. The men I killed deserved death.
Perhaps. But no man has the right to be judge and executioner.
I had. And I'm not finished yet, Mr. Holmes. There are others. And no one is going to stop me, not even you, Mr. Holmes.
Is more killing the answer?
It is my answer.
Before you strike, Mr. Vickers, look in the mirror.
I say, it's a bit early, Holmes. You expecting anybody?
No, boy. No, I'm not.
Good morning, Mr. Holmes. Oh, am I glad to see you. Yeah, I'm sorry to come barging in on you like this, but I'm in trouble. See, the situation's a bad one. Oh, it's a real stinker. I'm in dead trouble. Now, you be careful how you handle that. That's a brand new tit for. Okay. See, now, you'll understand when I've explained it to you, see? Now, my name is Harry Crocker, and I'm chin-deep in trouble. Right up to there. Oh, if my poor old grandmother could only see me now.
My name is Dr. Watson. This gentleman is Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, Mr. Holmes, you're the only man who can save me. Now, you've got to do something to save me, see? Everything depends on you, you see? My life, my career, my future, the lot. Yes, well, it all depends on you, Mr. Holmes.
Yes, but what save you from what, Mr. Crocker? Well, if you can find the time, perhaps you'd like to sit down.
Yeah. Thank you. No. You're murder, I'm afraid. What? Yes, I've been accused of murder. No. Me! Yeah, and I wouldn't harm the air on a fly's head. Not even on a beaten fly. Yeah, I faint when I see blood. And they go and accuse me of murder. You know, Mr. Holmes, now, look, you're a man of intelligence and capacities and appetites like... See, you're a man of education.
Crocker? Did you say Harry Crocker?
Yes, that's right. Here, perhaps you've seen me perform at the local vaudeville theatre. Escape artist extraordinary. No bolts, chains, or shackles can contain me. Just like it says on the billboards.
Yes, I'm sure.
Mr. Crocker, who is accusing you of murdering what?
Who? Well, the police.
What?
Yeah, they come right in and they say... You're guilty, Harry Crocker. Aye. And then they whisk me away without saying another word. Mark you.
I say, Holmes. Yeah. This man is a fugitive from the law.
Yeah, is there a picture of me in there? Is it any good? I hope it's my right profile. It's the best. Oh, hey, what do you think of that?
It says here that you allegedly killed a young chorus girl named Sally King last night.
Killed? I tried to get rid of her.
I should say that amounts to the same thing. It also said that you were taken into custody by the police.
That's right, yeah, that's what I said. But then, you see, I decided I had to go and see Mr. Holmes. And so, I left.
What? You left?
Yes.
Oh, how?
Look here, Holmes, this man might be dangerous.
Yes, but no. Don't worry about that, Dr. Watson. Easygoing Harry Crocker, that's what they call me. Always a smile in a song when things go wrong. Eh?
It's the police. They've surrounded the house.
You're probably after me. I just duck in there for a moment so as not to embarrass you gentlemen.
You already have. We're not in the habit of harboring fugitives.
I wouldn't dream of asking you gentlemen to do anything that was contrary to your conscience. No, I wouldn't do that.
All right, Holmes, you were seen coming in here. You're treading on thin ice. Very thin ice. Oh. And what have you to say to this?
I don't really know, Inspector. No, it's not my style at all, but if you really want the owner, he's in that...
Thank you, Holmes. I had a bad moment there.
Harboring criminals, obstructing the police in the execution of their duties, giving false statements to the police.
That's remarkable. Truly remarkable. Well, I must say, that fella has the most remarkable flair for disappearing, Watson. Don't you agree?
Well, I'd prefer he'd practice somewhere else.
Inspector, what's the case against Harry Crocker?
He's a murderer. As if you didn't know.
Yes, you inferred as much, didn't you? But what are the facts, my dear fellow?
He's a performer at the Empire Music Hall. Last night he left with one of the chorus girls.
This Miss Sally King?
Yes, that's right. Short time after that, she was found in the alley, dead, strangled.
I see. I'd say you had a pretty slim case, you know.
The stage doorkeeper heard them quarreling on the way out. And a newspaper boy has testified to the fact that Crocker came out of the alley alone. Not so slim now, is it?
I think Lestrade's got the right man this time, Holmes.
And Crocker denied all this?
Not at all. He's admitted the truth of every statement, point by point.
Well, then I don't see what all this...
Here, wait a minute. Here, we had a quarrel, all right. Yes, we quarreled. But I never killed her, so may I drop dead.
Well, where on earth did you come from?
Well, Mr. Crocker, let me be the first to congratulate you. Absolutely inspired. Now, tell me, how did you do it? How did you manage it, eh?
Yes. Oh, simple. See, all you have to learn, Mr. Holmes, is a few basic tricks on my business, and the rest is chicken's feed.
Officer!
You're under arrest for murder, Crocker. I warn you any more of your tricks and I'll be the worst for you. I promise you that.
Yeah, Mr. Holmes, see, Mr. Holmes, that girl was only trying to capitalize on my publicity. Yeah, I gave her a smile maybe once or twice, but you know how these floozes are. But that's all. That's everything.
Here, take him away and try and keep hold of him this time.
Hey, Mr. Holmes, please, you're going to do, you must do something for me, Mr. Holmes.
We'll do our best, Mr. Crocker,
yes.
but you better go quietly now. You go quietly.
Hey, quietly?
Yes.
All right. But don't forget, will you?
I shan't.
You won't forget.
No, I
You
shan't.
promise.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Hey, Mr. Holmes, you won't forget me now, will you? You'll do your best to save me, won't you? Please, promise. Oh, poor old grandmother, go and see me now.
I'm warning you officially, Holmes. Don't interfere with this.
That's really remarkable, Watson. Absolutely remarkable. Have you any idea how possibly he could conceal himself in that closet?
Don't push Lestrade too far, Holmes. He's been after your hide for a long time.
Would you care to accompany me to the music hall tonight, Watson?
Why, are you on the trail of something, Holmes?
Several things. First of all, I should like to know why Harry Crocker killed this woman, if he did. And if he didn't, why should anybody want to make out that he did?
No, I think Lestrade's got the right man this time, Holmes.
You really? Well, we shall see. We shall see.
Holmes? Later that afternoon, Holmes and I went along to the Empire Music Hall. Not to be entertained, mind you, though I dare say the day gave promise of that. We stopped for a moment to chat with the news vendor who repeated the story he had told Inspector Lestrade. He had been standing on that very spot the previous evening when Harry Crocker passed him coming from the stage door exit. Crocker had definitely been alone, and what's more, he'd been in a temper. I must say Holmes did little to break down the fellow's story.
Come along, Watson. Good afternoon. My name is Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, yes, indeed. I've heard of you, Mr. Holmes. My name's Charlie Willis. I suppose you've come about Sir Harry Crocker's trouble.
Yes, I have. Tell me, is there any other exit from backstage to that alley out there?
Oh, none, sir. The only other way out is round through the front of the house.
Then anyone going from this area to that alley would have to pass your desk on the way.
Yes.
I presume you remain on duty throughout all performances?
Well, I know what you're getting at, sir. But like I told the police, as soon as Harry walked out, this girl came chasing after him. Ooh, buzzing like a hornet she was.
And where did you see her next?
Oh, not until Miss Zaza came screaming back through that door. I ran out and found the girl lying there, dead.
Then I understand that neither Mr. Crocker nor Miss King returned through that door last night after you saw them leave.
I'm afraid that's it, Mr. Holmes.
Yes, Holmes, I'm afraid Inspector Lestrade has got his foolproof case.
Granted, of course, that the inspector himself is foolproof. Miss Zaza, where might she be found now?
Oh, the girl's dressing room.
Which one?
Oh, they all use the same one. It's the second door on the left, down there. Better knock before you go in.
Oh, we shall, sir, I assure you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Willis. Good afternoon. Watson.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be of service to you, gentlemen.
Yes.
Well, what is it?
Oh, excuse me, madam. I'd like to have a word with Miss Zaza. Is that good?
It can't possibly. She's busy. We have a show to do, you know.
Yes.
They're coming back on now. La 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 la. Carry on, lad.
Well, hello.
Mr. Holmes, I knew you would let me down. Even Dr. Watson, it was a real pleasure to see you again.
Yes, but Crocker, the police.
I expect they'll be along soon.
But how did you get away this time?
Gave him a twist and a twirl. Am I looking one way? I grab the other.
Mr. Holmes, have you cleared me yet?
Well, not quite yet, Harry, but it'd be easier if we could have a word with Mrs. Zaza. But unfortunately, some old busybody in there won't let us in.
Oh, old Bessie?
Yes.
You wait a minute, huh?
Come right in, gentlemen.
This is a most uncomfortable business, Holmes. Really, Oh, I beg your pardon.
Gentlemen, this is Miss Zaza, singer extraordinary. Now, Fanny, tell Mr. Holmes everything he wants to know. And don't be shy.
All right, Harry. What would you gentlemen like to know?
Oh, well, we're sorry to inconvenience you, Miss Zaza, but,
That's all right.
I understand it was you who first discovered Miss King's body.
Yes, I did. It was just horrible. 1 minute she was standing here next to me, right where you are now, Mr. Holmes. I could touch her. And the next, it was just horrible.
Yes, of course, it must have been. Then you were here when Miss King came off the stage last night, is that right?
Of course. She came in here very angry and in a very big hurry. She tore up her costume. Excuse me. Then she put on her clothes and she ran right out again.
I see. Was she in a hurry to meet Mr. Crocker?
Was she? I didn't want to repeat what she said. You understand.
No, of course not. I quite understand. Then, just to be quite certain, she rushed in here to change her clothes, and then she...
Put on her locket.
Locket?
Here he is. Gentlemen! Don't let him get away this time!
What do you think you're doing? What do you think you're doing, you, eh? You let me go. You let me go. What do you think you're doing? Let me go! Here! Go! Save me! Here! You're arresting an innocent man!
I thought I'd find a bunch of you here together. You'll have a great deal of explaining to do, Holmes.
I should be delighted to, Lestrade, but first let Miss Zaza finish what she was about to tell me.
What did she know about it?
I was only going to say that Sally wore a locket that Harry gave her when we first opened here. She couldn't wear it during the show, but she always put it on immediately afterwards.
Locket? What's all this about a locket?
A little trinket. It didn't amount to a thing.
Did this Miss King wear this locket last night before she left the theatre?
Oh, yes, always. She said she wouldn't be caught dead without it. Oh.
Oh. Did you find this locket on the body, Lestrade?
He hasn't changed since last night. We haven't been able to hold him long enough to search.
Here, I can explain all this, Inspector. I can explain everything because I'm innocent, you see. I'm innocent.
Oh, poor Harry. Why did you murder her?
And now, we return to the case of Harry Crocker.
Don't usually get morning visitors around here, even with police permission. Here's the little lady.
I see. And the clothes she was wearing, have you got them?
Yes, sir. Won't be a minute.
Thank you.
Obviously strangled.
From the position of the finger marks, it appears she was facing her assailant.
Yeah.
Yet her fingernails, which are rather long, show no signs of a struggle.
I don't follow you, Holmes.
Holmes! Did you see what you did? You didn't try to fight me or beat me off. You merely pushed my hands away.
Yes, that's right.
Why?
Well, I didn't want to strike you.
Why?
I didn't want to injure you.
But I was choking you.
I did, I didn't take that seriously.
Exactly.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, you didn't take me seriously because you know me too well. But say my attack had come at the end of a savage argument.
Well, that would have been different.
Ah, now you're getting to it, Watson.
By Jove, Holmes, you mean that the girl in Crocker had a savage argument, she'd have clawed his face?
Yes, but she didn't.
Then whoever attacked her, she knew very well. And Harry Crocker's telling the truth.
And the problem becomes, who is lying?
Here they are. Just like they come off her.
Oh, that's very good of you, but I don't think we shall need them now, and thank you very much for your assistance. Good day.
Where are we off to, then?
Well, we're going to the theatre, where I believe we will provide what they call an added attraction.
Oh, Mr. Holmes and Dr. Watson. The police have just been asking for you. Well, where have you hid them this time?
Hidden him? Harry's obviously escaped again. He's a most extraordinary fellow, isn't he?
If you're responsible for this, Holmes...
Now, look here, Inspector. Holmes and I have only just arrived here. And after all, it isn't the first time he's given you the slip, is it?
I'm surprised at you, Dr. Watson. A man of your professional reputation and military background. I'm surprised at you.
An excellent portrait of the late Miss King, what, Holmes?
In happier times, Watson.
What's on her?
Again, Harry? No bobbers around, I hope. And I think I ought to warn you, Inspector Lestrade's waiting outside.
Well, I had to drop in here to give him the slip. Do you know, I never have been able to work out this trunk trick. Now, my father was a wizard in. Yeah, good thing you happened to come along.
It's a fascinating business, Harry. Do you mean to say it's possible to get out of one of these baskets unaided?
Oh, my father did it twice a day on the stage. Used to have exhibitions where they locked him inside and threw him in the river. And up he'd come, free and smiling. Great sport, the old man. Rest his soul.
He's passed on, then?
Last time they threw him in the river.
I thought so. Get him!
Hey, let me go. Here, what are you doing? Here, come on, here, what are you doing? I'm an innocent man, I am. Here, what are you doing? Here, listen, Inspector, listen. Listen, please. You're gonna believe me. I'm an innocent man. I never killed that girl, Inspector. I took her out after the show once or twice, we had a drink, and then we were dancing a bit, and that's all I'm
going to put you where I can keep an eye on you. You've slipped for the last time, my slippery little man.
Hey! Here! Let me go! Take it off!
Oh, just one moment, Inspector. Tell me, Harry, did Miss King join the show in Manchester, or had you met her before that?
No, she joined up in Manchester. I never saw her before that. Stage-struck kid, you know the type.
Wait a minute, Holmes. How did you know about this girl being in Manchester?
Well, all her clothes had Manchester shop labels. And this portrait of her was both drawn and signed in Manchester, as you will notice by the date, May 1897. Oh, Harry, I've had a certain amount of experience with lock-picking, in a purely amateur way, you understand. Now, I wondered, do you suppose that this little piece of wire of 3/16 diameter would in any way manipulate this lock? Say we inserted it through here like this and then bent the loop.
That's a good idea. That
Wait a minute, Holmes. Nonsense like that at a time like this. Take him out of here. Hey!
Excuse me, Inspector.
Here, hold on to him, see? No, not like this, no, like this. With both hands, you understand? With both hands.
No. Hey, Mr. Holmes! Hey!
That is the end of the Harry Crocker case.
But Holmes, I do beg your pardon. I didn't notice that you...
It was my fault, Dr. Watson. Oh, look, I spilled my makeup on your coat.
Yes,
I'm terribly
of course,
sorry, sir.
that's it, and don't apologize, young lady. We're all indebted towards you.
I beg your pardon?
You've just proved that Harry Crocker couldn't possibly have murdered Miss King. Here, Lestrade, ask Harry to come over here, would you?
What do you want now, Holmes?
Well, let's settle that. So now, Harry, perhaps you'd run through that trunk escape for me, eh?
Oh, no, you don't, Holmes. This is far from settled.
I must say, Holmes, that even I find it difficult to follow your reasoning.
You do, Watson? About what?
About murder, Holmes. A girl has been murdered.
That's certainly true, Lestrade. And if I were you, I'd devote more time to apprehending the real criminal and stop annoying Mr. Crocker here.
That's right. You stop annoying me. See, you stop annoying me.
Now, look here, you...
Excuse me, please. Willis?
Yes? Did you want me, Mr. Holmes?
Not I, Mr. Willis. But I believe Inspector Lestrade does. For murder.
I don't understand, Mr. Holmes.
Then let me explain a little, Mr. Willis. First, there is the obvious connection between you and Miss King. Both of you lived for a number of years in Manchester.
Yes, but that doesn't mean that
The girl's clothes and picture came from Manchester. She joined the show there, her first job as an entertainer. Mr. Willis here wears a Manchester school badge. His desk is covered with clippings of a Manchester cricket team, showing a loyalty of long attachment. And if you require anything further, well, he's just admitted it himself. I'd wager, too, that you were instrumental in getting her a job with this company.
Well, what if I did? She could dance a little. She was very pretty and...
And you thought she was throwing away her prettiness on Mr. Crocker?
Well, I advised her against seeing him, yes. After all, I felt responsible for finding her a job in the company.
Not responsible, Mr. Willis. Jealous. And jealous enough to kill.
That's not true. I saw her go out after Harry, and the next thing I knew, she was dead.
So you told us. And so the entire case against Mr. Harry Crocker rested upon your testimony. But you overlooked something.
What was that?
Miss King did go outside to speak to Harry, and they did quarrel. But then he left, and she came back.
Is that true? Not a word. She never came back through that door.
The sleeves and collar of her dress still bore traces of her stage makeup when it was found on her body. Yet she herself wore no makeup at all at the time of her death. We checked that, didn't we, Watson?
Absolutely none, Inspector. Good man, Holmes.
Miss Zaza testified that Miss King didn't have time to remove her makeup before rushing after Harry. Yet how else, then, could she have been found without makeup? Unless she had returned and removed it. And when she returned, Mr. Willis...
Well, you've mixed things up.
Stop him! Don't tempt me, Charlie. I owe you a few as it is.
She played me along till she had the job here. She didn't care about Harry, or about anybody but herself. She deserved what she got.
Take him out. Holmes, now where's he gone?
Well, I don't know. Listen.
Quick, you've done it, Mr. Holmes. You've done it.
Eureka! Yes, I've done it. Now, look. By passing this spring here, I get this little wire, pass it through against the spring-loaded catch on the outside, you see? By pressing it in at an angle of 45 degrees, I release the catch against that thimble, that arm of the thing, and it unlocks automatically. And then, hey...
And now
Now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.